So hey, what's up guys, Riotbox here and welcome back to another F1 2019 Career Mode video. In this episode we are heading out to the Monaco Grand Prix, one of the most highly anticipated races of the season. I don't know why there's such a hype around it. It's one of the worst racetracks in terms of actual racing on the F1 calendar. I think these street circuits aren't that great. But anyway, let's leave that. We're getting into our R&D tree. You can see we've had a failed upgrade. So we're going to be wanting to rectify that, hopefully. In this episode we'll go in and do that, but for now we're going to get into qualifying, where it's going to be crucial for the race. It's all about track position here at Monaco, so let's see what we can do.
Here at the magical Circuit de Monaco for one of the most challenging qualifying sessions on the Formula One calendar. Who can add their name to the illustrious list of Monte Carlo pole sitters here today? I was looking at some highlights of previous races here, and the one thing that really stood out to me was the run down to turn one. It's not an easy one to navigate as everyone is scrapping to get into there first.
We've seen in the past how tricky the first corner is. It's not an issue in practice and qualifying, but if you throw a lot of highly competitive drivers at it all at once, you've got an entirely different situation. The smarter drivers will be able to temper their approach and stay out of trouble, but it doesn't mean it's easy.
Right then, here we go, qualifying as our first lap, and this has been like a pretty quick lap, you know, so I'm pretty confident we can just set this lap and hopefully it'll be enough to get straight into Q2. So let's see what sort of lap time it is. I'm going to need to save a set of tyres for the later qualifying sessions when it comes down to the wire. So that is the plan. A decent lap right up there already, so feeling pretty confident with that. So probably just going to go in and skip to the end of the session, flick it through, fast forwarding, just checking that we're okay, and suddenly, all of a sudden, we're okay. So it's still okay, so we should make it through. Right on the edge, and oh my god, did we just get knocked out by our teammate? Oh god, I think we did, yep. Lando Norris pips us by like 0.03 of a second, which is absolutely no time at all.
A proper road race, and in the true meaning of the word. That was how Mr. Monaco, the late great Graham Hill, once described this iconic event. The cars we drive have come a long way in the intervening half-century, but still we race on those same public roads beside the Mediterranean Sea. There's no victory more coveted than that of the Monaco Grand Prix. A warm welcome to Anthony Davidson, who's beside me in the commentary box today. Now I want to ask you about Lewis Hamilton. That was a great win in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
No heroics into Sandoval, please.
Right then,
the pack and just need to stay in
turn one at the Monaco Grand Prix. On lap number one, if you go off of the start of the grid, it is a tight one. So hopefully we can get ourselves a decent launch. We're just behind our teammate. I'm going to be looking to take vengeance and hopefully get ahead of him in this race. I don't want to fall back through the grid. We can't afford to get stuck in battles. We can't afford to get stuck behind cars either. We're going to have to be assertive. And here we go, whacking it up the ERS mode. We're going to go straight round the outside of Lando Norris at the coming up to the second corner. So that is a nice move there. Nice and snappy alert start from us there. And now we're all over the back of Devon Butler, our rival, straight up his inside. Can we follow Bottas, get up the inside of Bottas as well? I don't think we will. We're barely getting up the inside of Devon Butler. Now we switch up the inside of Bottas, and now at the hairpin, squeezing past Grosjean, or trying to tiptoe in up his inside. Not going to work. He manages to hold it. So now we are stuck in behind Romain Grosjean. We're going to have to dig deep. We're going to have to find a way to overtake. We're going to have to get past him real quick, or else the car's ahead. Look at them already storming off. Maybe Grosjean has got a little bit of damage, or he's struggling around here or something. I don't know, but we're all over the back of him, and surely we're going to have to find a way past on this lap. Hopefully come the straight, although we won't have any DRS. We'll have Rich Mix and ERS to help get the move done, but it might not be enough. Here we go, coming at the end of lap number one on the straight. You can see we just tucked in this slipstream, not able to get past this Renault engine. Far worse off than the Ferrari one strapped in the back of that Haas car. But coming up the hill this time, we're trying to get alongside. We just can't find a way alongside the Frenchman. He's defending well here at Monaco, not exactly as hard to defend. Send one up the inside again, what we did on lap number 1, but he's still on the outside, defending well, and we have to back out of that move, let him back up. And there he goes, exiting the hairpin, and we're still right up his exhaust. All this battling is costing us time to the guys ahead, and it's costing me tyre wear, ERS, fuel, all the fuel I'm wasting trying to get this overtake done. The engine's overheating, so we're going to have to back off for a lap or two. And this time we're going to get the DRS, no, not this lap, next lap we'll get the DRS, so we need to be tucked in the slipstream. You see, I'm in lap number 2, we're still half a second behind, we're not gaining on the straight, so we need that DRS. DRS plus ERS and the rich mix, we should be able to make our way past. And lap number 3, here we go then, DRS is active, and we just couldn't catch it in time. We're just that little bit far off, and he got a really good run out of the final corner. We didn't. We bogged down, forgot to change gear, and just revved out for a little bit. So anyway, we're all over the back of him again. Maybe we can find a way past before the next DRS straight, but look at us, all over the back of him. He must be harvesting or something, or have some damage. I don't know what he's doing, but anyway, this time we got the inside, and this time I'm not backing out. He's going to have to back in behind me, and there we go. Job done on Roman Grosjean. And next on up the road is Daniel Ricciardo in the Renault. A very similar pace car to us, so this will be a good comparison from our McLaren pace up to Daniel Ricciardo. So what is the gap? As you can see now, coming across the line, it is going to be 4.2 seconds is the gap to close to Daniel Ricciardo. So this could be a tough old nut to crack, but I'm going to come into the pits early. Our tyres are starting to go, so I'm going to come in for an undercut about a lap or two earlier than a few cars. So we should be able to find our way up through the grid with the undercut. It's all about track position, like I say, so I need to come out in some clear air for this undercut to work, and then we need to absolutely go for it on this outlap. Here we go then. Going to exit the pits, and then we're going to have to incredible pace we're going to need for this one. Here we go, hammer down, final corner, exiting the pits is a lot of cars, so where we're going to be, just ahead of Perez. I narrowly avoid him there, Jesus, I did not see him coming, and there we go, right behind Kevin Magnussen. So at this point I was really confused in the race, and I still can't figure out, are we ahead? Are we behind? I don't really know, but there is Hulkenberg up the road in the Renault car, so if we can clear Magnussen, hopefully we can push onto the back of Hulkenberg. But again, it's another Haas car stopping us progression up to another Renault car. This time it's the other two in each of their cars, so Magnussen not letting us through. A few more cars in the pit, so we're going to gain some positions. Hopefully we're into points, and yes, P9 in the points, I would take that. So we need to clear Magnussen and then push on, and I believe Daniel Ricciardo is out. He started on the medium tyres, I believe, so he's going to be going deeper into this race on this first set of tyres, so be interested to see how they last and whether we can actually get past him. But anyway, all over the back of the Haas cars, coming out the final corner, going to pick up the DRS on the straight as we start lap number 10. Can we send one up the inside in turn number 1 using the ERS and the DRS, braking later than him, nice and committed up the inside, and there we go, job done. Next up, Nico Hulkenberg in the Renault, and what is the gap to Nico Hulkenberg? It is about, what, 2.1 seconds, so got a bit of time to play with. So just coming out of the pits now is Daniel Ricciardo, so we're going to get in a free position there, up into P7. So P7, solid result, nice points haul, and as you can see, 3.4 seconds up the road now is Hulkenberg. So our pace has dropped in this middle part of the race, but come lap 18 we've managed to pick up the pace. I think Hulkenberg's tyres are wearing a little bit quicker, though our McLaren's looking after our tyres a little bit better, so we're able to push a little bit more, and our engineer is ushering us on, trying to remind us to keep an eye on the tyres. We've taken a lot of life out of the tyres now, so we'll probably start losing a bit of grip, but we're going to try and push on to the back of Hulkenberg. It might come down to the wire, it might come down to the last lap, so we're lapping about a second quicker than Magnussen behind, so don't have to worry about any threat from behind. But what can we do now? Ending lap number 19, got one more lap to go. What can we do? Can we get Nico Hulkenberg? We've got the DRS already, so within that 1 second window now we need to push. So I've got barely any ERS, barely any fuel left. I'm literally on the limit, so it's all going to be about the driving and how confident we are. So we're coming up over the hill, and then we're going to drop down, hitting this apex, lovely, so close to the walls. Watch the bumps there as we come down the hill on the brakes, trying to lock the right in front inside tyre. Like I did that a lot, especially at the start of the race where the tyres were cold. We are all over the back of Hulkenberg, and it looks like we've got yellow flags coming up in the sector ahead. And oh, that's interesting. Someone at the side of the road. Was that Butler or was that Perez? One of the Force Indias at the side of the race, at the side of the racetrack, sorry. So not good for them. Hulkenberg's pulled out a little bit out of that tunnel. Must have used a bit of ERS or something, but we're closing back in on the brakes, and now we're through the swimming pool section. What's it gonna be? Can we get onto the back of Hulkenberg? The race winner, Charles Leclerc, his home Grand Prix as well, so that's an interesting one. Look how much we closed in through there. I reckon one more lap we would have got him, give him a nudge. Can we get on the power to get him into the final corner? No, we can't. Unfortunately, we're going to have to settle for P7. Good drive from Hulkenberg to hold his nerve come the end of the race, but there we go.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Here's our winner, pulling their Ferrari into Parc Fermé. What a fantastic race it was. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
Looking at the podium, you can see that red suit familiar to fans across the globe. A world-class win for a world-class team. Ferrari do it again.
Right then, in the end it was P7 for us in the race, and Gasly for Red Bull got second place, so that's pretty good for him. Hamilton's down in third, Leclerc in first, so yeah, pretty interesting set of results. We've done pretty well. I'll take some points from McLaren, and Lando Norris, where are you, my friend? P16, wasn't able to do much with that. As you can see, take a look at the constructors, 6th place, just behind Renault, who have overtaken us, and then we're still in 9th place behind Sergio Perez, but ahead of Butler. So a pretty interesting race then, really enjoyable, good set of results, and we're here doing one of these little invitational events because it was the 2010 Red Bull at Interlagos. I love this track, I love this car as well, it's so cool. Prefer the Ferrari of 2010. So hopefully we'll get to drive that a little bit, but I'm just going to leave you with the rest of this invitational event. We do actually manage to pass it, beat our rival Daniel Ricciardo, who was also at this event, so a good set of just a good outing here at the invitational event. You see a lovely sounding car as well. So anyway, that's it for today's video. If you did enjoy, remember to smash the like button, share it around your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more F1 and MotoGP gaming content.